because that's what it's all about. About 2 years ago, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was lamenting to a friend of mine. I was like, I miss just sitting around talking about sales and leadership. And then I realized I can do that with anyone in the world at any time. There's no geographical barriers thanks to technology and digital tools. So I started recording these sessions. And a few months in, people called it my podcast. And I shied away from that term because podcast implies some sort of commitment. And over time, I embraced it because of branding. And I get a lot of outreach now. Hey, can I be on your podcast? Or, people talking about podcast. And frankly, then later I started interviewing customer executives on this podcast. So thinking about it as a conduit to enhancing relationships with our target audience, as opposed to just sending them an email trying to sell them something. No, I'd like to know more about your philosophies on leadership and building culture and spotlighting your perspectives. And guess what? We now have some work transpiring with some of these executives and their teams that I've met in that fashion. But that wasn't the original goal. The original goal was just to connect meaningfully. I believe that deals or results, these are a byproduct of relationships and investment and effort. And that's what brand has been for me. So I encourage anyone that is exploring brand, take a step back and look holistically at your body of work. What do you want to be known for? What are your strengths? How can you use those strengths to solve problems? And I always go up a level as well. I try to look at the lens from my VP or from my organization and say, what are they grappling with? How can I use the things that I'm good at to solve their problems? And guess what? Every role that I've ever been pulled into in this company and most others has been because of a relationship, being promoted numerous times in my career, being given opportunities,